Hello, folks. Thank you for listening to Mountain Mule Media, Connecting Montana. I'm your host, Tim Baldwin. This podcast is a production of Mountain Mule Transportation. It was created to help locals and travelers connect more deeply with the businesses and people who make Montana such an incredible place to live and visit. In each episode, I sit down with Montana business owners and community leaders to hear the story behind their work, how they got started, what they've built, and how they help create a better experience for both residents and visitors. If you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe on your favorite platform. And if you use any of the services or businesses you hear about here, let them know you heard about them from Mountain Mule. And when you need private transportation with Montana's hospitality, please think of Mountain Mule Transportation. Thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoy the show as we keep connecting Montana. Garrett, Ambient Solutions, tell me about it.
First off, Tim, thanks for inviting me over. This is a interesting opportunity. I like it. Ambient Air Solutions, it's an HVAC company, heating, air conditioning, indoor air quality. We focus our primary business on service repairs, maintenance, and retrofitting old systems to new systems. We are the company that, if the furnace goes down on a Christmas morning when everybody's opening up the presents, we got a guy that comes out and fixes it and makes Christmas a better day. Company's been around 16 years. I established it in 2009. Ironically, the company was never supposed to really exist. I was working in the industry for about 10 years, kind of got tired of it. I was sick of the work, and I left, and I went to it was actually the talc plant in Three Forks down the road. We did subcontracting work. I knew the management team. They brought me on, and I worked there for a while. While we were there, everybody knew me from when I was a subcontractor. All the guys on the floor, the managers, and they started, their family members like, hey, I got an issue with my furnace. Hey, call Garrett. He used to do this. And they'd call me, and I was like, yeah, I'll help you out. And I'd go help them out, and then they'd tell their friend, and then somebody else would call, and it kind of started growing from that. So I got together with my wife, and I was like, I think I'm just going to establish a business, and that way we can all at least have some way to run our gas expenses through, because it's 30 miles each way. And so we did, and that's essentially how the company was created. Well, over the next 9-10 months, what ended up happening is the talc plant works, they run 3 shifts. They have a day shift, they have an evening shift, and then the overnight graveyard shift. And you'd rotate 2 weeks on each one. And I started giving away all of my day shifts for evening and night shifts because the ambient company started growing with these service calls and these little remodels and stuff to where I was having to work all day long, which was unexpected. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But not sustainable. So there was a few months there working 2 full-time jobs for 10, 12 weeks, and got to the point where it's like, something's got to give. I got to quit one. But at the time, that job that I had was like what your parents always tell you is the job that you want.
Yeah.
You wouldn't leave it. It has great benefits. It has great pay. It has 5-6 weeks vacation. It's a retirement job. In the hallway, they have plaques, 30 years of service, 40 years of service. Guys stay there a long time. Mm-hmm. So Russell White was my direct manager at the plant. I went to talk to him one day, and as I walked into his office, and he just looks at me and goes, "You're gonna effing quit." I just kind of laughed. I was like, "No," I said, "but I did want to talk to you about something. I need your advice because I don't know what I'm going to do." So as we were talking about it, I said, this thing, but I'm only getting 60% at both of them, and I can't kind of keep doing that. So He gave me the big nudge to take the big leap. He told me, if you don't quit, I'll fire you. You need to go see where this thing goes. And it was kind of the coolest, like, just support from somebody who only knew me from a business perspective. To show that kind of support was kind of cool. So I did, and then it just kept growing over the years. Learned a lot along the way.
Yeah.
So,
how many guys you got under you now?
Right now, there are 27 total, including us owners.
Okay.
So, we have about 6 people in the office. Everybody else is in the field.
So you guys are you doing much with new construction homes, or is it primarily kind of updating?
We used to do some new construction. We actually intentionally moved away from new construction about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Started shifting away from it. We do have a couple of good contractors that we have great relationships with that we still work with them.
Yep.
But it's definitely less than 10% of our business. It's probably more around 6 or 7%. Our primary business is upgrading existing equipment to better equipment, remodels, and then, of course, the company was founded and built off of maintenance work. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of maintenance contracts. We take care of commercial buildings, residential houses, which then runs into the service repair side of it, and eventually that piece of equipment fails and it needs to be replaced.
Primarily residential, commercial, both?
It's pretty split. It's about 50-50. We have really good relationships with a lot of commercial clients in town. My background was in commercial service, so I naturally migrated to that at the beginning because I was most comfortable with it. After a few years, I built a relationship with Howard Helke with Howard's Heating. He was a one-man operation, and he was in the Valley for 33 years in business. Had a great reputation. We would help each other. If he went on vacation, I would cover for his business while he was gone, and he would do the same for me. And when he got to the point where he wanted to retire, he approached me, and I was getting ready to ask him the same question, but we didn't know. We were both thinking about it. I was going to ask him if we wanted to work out a deal, I could buy your business out. And he asked me to coffee and asked me to buy his business out. Before I asked him, I was like, well, this is probably a very fate-oriented discussion right now. So we did. We worked out a deal on that, and that kind of is what launched our residential division because he was primarily residential.
Okay.
So that's where we started building off of that. That was a very interesting process to learn because there wasn't really a footprint or a roadmap of how we were going to approach that. It worked out really well. He's great. Was a great mentor to me and helped me on some of that service side, that clientele side, soft skills. He also, I told him, I was like, if I'm in business 30 years and I have the same reputation you have, I will feel that I succeeded. Yeah. It's pretty incredible that, you didn't talk to any of his clients without them just saying he's the best person in the world. It was pretty awesome. Yeah. That's a fun person to be learning from. Yeah. Do you, is there anything you guys do that people don't know about or you wish they knew about? Or? Let me think about that. Not really. Every once in a while there is some people that our logo being the green triangle will actually stop and ask us what we do. Okay. Because they might have saw our logo around town and then they finally just have seen it enough where they're like, I need to know, what do you guys do? Like, what is your company? But as far as our services, they are pretty straightforward. Really the maintenance side of things, those relationships, building relationships on that side of things that's what we're good at, and that's what we focus on doing.
Yeah, before I met you, I have seen your trucks all over town. I definitely know it, and that's a good segue because I was going to ask you where the name comes from.
So the name Ambient, the meaning is natural, ambient light, moonlight, natural light. Ambient Air Solutions, anything we do, we're trying to change the natural state of the air. It could be wanting it hotter, wanting it cooler, wanting it more humid, less humid, wanting it cleaner. So that's where the name came from. The symbol, the A, is the alchemy symbol for air.
Okay.
And all we did was we extended the line across and then had an ambient road on the top. I came up with the initial logo, and my wife had went and got me some paper and some colored crayon pencils, and I sketched it on just a piece of paper, and it's actually framed in my office to this day. She took that logo and she blew it into what it is today. She does all the marketing for the company from day one. She's done an amazing job. She rebranded us, refreshed the brand, I would say. When we were 10 years in,
Okay.
Our trucks used to be all black with green and silver, and there's still a few of them running around town. The newer ones are the two-tone, black and silver. That all came out of her head. She's super creative.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun to know kind of the story behind the name and the logo.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's totally random, and sometimes
and I went with like solutions because, just kind of like usually when people call us, they have a problem. So we can help them solve it.
No, I like it.
And then I landed on the soft green color because I didn't want to have red and blue in the logo because at the time, all the heating and cooling companies had red and blue in their logos. So I was trying to find something that would differentiate us from everybody else.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess hot, cold is what they're...
And you still see it to this day. You're going to see it everywhere now that I said that out loud.
Yeah, I probably will. That's cool, man. So we'll put the link to your website.
Oh, excellent.
In the description, and people can contact you if they need anything cooling and heating related.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything at all. And we really, a couple of things that we really pride ourselves on is we have built a culture around people wanting to work for the company, but then also wanting to serve whatever the client is. We kind of took everything that we didn't like about past employers and just said, we're not going to do that with our employees. And it's really grown into a good community, good family, and our clientele is top notch.
Yeah, there's like nothing cooler for me to hear that the employee experience is like because that's in my mind as a business owner, that's got to be one of the top priorities.
Yes. And
then you can go out from there.
Yeah, you will start attracting the type of people that will help you become a better company overall. Yeah. If you are paying attention to that employee experience for sure.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate it.
Thank you.